Alright, listen up, all you monkey ninja haters. See, I think several things are gonna happen. For all you people watching these videos and who are going to read my ebook on Amazon, written by Joe Winterow, especially you psychiatrists out there and you psych majors in college and the doctors out there from psychiatry who are going to be interested in reading my fucking book and watching these goddamn videos, because you're going to think to yourself, like, how did our society create such a fucked up individual? So listen up here, ninja haters. Take it easy on my mom. She's cool shit. She's gone through a lot of fucking terrible stuff in her life, and I put her through as much hell as she's put me through hell. And I fucked her up just as much as she's fucked me up. So we'll call it even Steven, baby. So I don't have any hatred towards her. I let that shit go. They always say childhood emotional neglect. It's not holding on to resentment or bitterness. It's about finding out what went wrong and fixing it. So I gave up hating my mother. Yeah, I gave up hating my mother a long time ago. Because that shit was toxic. I ain't fixing nothing, hating your mother. I do put most of the blame on my father. Such a cowardly guy. Ran off, abandoned me and my sister. I was 3 and my sister was 5. Fucking didn't really pay correct child support. What a piece of shit. So most of my childhood problems and all that other shit happened because of that fucking coward. There ain't no fucking excuse leaving your children and not paying correct child support. That's just cowardly bullshit, man. And he had the money to fucking pay it. Motherfucker was in the army. What a dick. Fuck that guy. He was just an asshole. As my sister's homegirls would say, the motherfucker was just a thought. True story. So, if you want to hear about why I forgive my mother, it's because she was raised by some fucked up parents. My mother was raised by a fucking seriously fucking abusive bipolar mother who was fucked in the head, man. And a Marine father that was the biggest fucking asshole you've ever met in your goddamn life. What a fucking dick. Let me tell you a story, a really fucked up story, about how fucked up some individuals could be. So back in the 60s when my mom was in high school, you know, she was like a fucking junior and shit in high school, 11th grade. She had really good grades. She could have went to college. And so back in the day, back in the 60s, the family, you know, the guidance counselor would call in, you know, the student and both parents or one of the parents of the student, and they would sit down to discuss the future of the student, where they were going to go to college, military, if they could get into college with their grades. So anyways, it's time for my mom to meet with the guidance counselor to discuss her future. You know, if she's going to go to college or not, right? So, my grandfather, my mom's father, he shows up to the school. And they go into the guidance counselor's office together. My mom and her father, who was an ex-Marine in World War II, used to gun down, he was a machine gunner, used to gun down Japanese people in Japan. I don't even want to know how many fucking people this guy killed, man. What a fucking nightmare. And if he didn't kill them physically, he killed them fucking emotionally and mentally, man. What a fucking asshole. I'd slit his throat right now, dude. I'd slit his fucking goddamn throat. If he was alive now, I'd fucking slit his goddamn throat. He like fucking slapped me right in the face when I was 7 years old. What a fucking dick. So, he goes into the fucking guidance counselor's office with my mom. And, the guidance counselor introduces herself to, my grandfather, my mom's dad. And she goes over, like, all my mom's grades and how she performs in class and how she acts in class. And she says to my mom's dad, your daughter's very bright and she's got good grades. She could go to college. And my mom's dad looks at the guidance counselor and he says, my daughter's too stupid to go to college. And he fucking stands up and he walks out of the goddamn fucking room. And he had the money to send her to fucking college. He was a goddamn postal worker. He made a shitload of fucking money. And that just goes to show you how some individuals just get so fucked up because their parents are assholes. What my mom went through with the bipolar mother and a Marine for a father that was a fucking machine gunner in World War II that fucking probably killed over 100 Japanese men, who was viciously abusive and mentally abusive and emotionally abusive in every category. The shit that my mom went through, my life was fucking cakewalk compared to what my mom went through with those fucking parents. The only issue with this shit is shame and emotional neglect and emotional abuse, sometimes physical and mental abuse. It's generational, which what I mean by that is if my great-great-grandparents were dicks to my fucking grandfather, he's most likely going to be a dick to my mom. And because he was such a dick to my fucking mom, she's most likely not going to be capable of giving me the love and nurture that I needed growing up, whether it was in the form of emotional neglect, mental neglect, physical neglect, emotional abuse, just neglect in general, because she was so cut off from her emotions for being that fucked up and abused and shamed and neglected in her childhood that she couldn't even fucking take care of us properly. So my mom's not really the one to blame. It's her fucked up parents. And her fucked up parents, they weren't really the ones to blame. It was their fucked up parents. And most likely, they weren't the ones to blame either, because it was their fucked up parents. So some asshole in the fucking 1800s fucked up my life. You should fucking read about this shit, man. Dr. Alexa Altman, I put her in my book too. Dr. Alexa Altman and Katie Morton, they talk a lot about that shit on YouTube. So does Brene Brown. They're the fucking ninjas, by the way, of this kind of stuff. And Dr. Janice Webb, she's like the leading fucking child neglect specialist. She actually invented childhood neglect. Dr. Janice Webb, she's fucking crazy as shit. She makes shitty videos, man. Her videos are all fucking hokey minoki, but she says some dope shit. But yeah, man, so don't be a fucking mom hater when you read my book. It wasn't my mom's goddamn fault. It was her asshole dad's fault and her fucking bipolar mom. Bipolar fucking parents, man. Fuck, dude. That's why I'm so against having children. If you're fucking mentally ill, man, goddamn. If you're fucking mentally ill, man, I know I talked about this in another video, but put on the fucking brakes before you have a kid, yo. If you, like, suffered from a lot of shame and trauma and abuse in your childhood, and you're thinking about having kids before you heal yourself, put on the fucking brakes, son. Because you're just gonna fucking shame your kid. You're just gonna fuck your kid up. You're gonna fucking, like, emotionally neglect your kid, abuse your kid, not give, like, your kid proper love or unconditional love that they need. You're gonna fuck your kid all up. So stop. Put on the fucking brakes and either heal yourself first or ask yourself, should I be having a fucking kid? And if it's an oops baby, as soon as you know it's a fucking oops baby, because a lot of us are fucking oops babies, as soon as you find out that it's a fucking oops baby, fucking research psychology and spirituality like it's fucking your job, and put in thousands of hours of studying psychology and spirituality so you could heal yourself, so you don't fuck that baby up. God damn. You know, when I go to like fucking mental institutions, like honestly, like pretty much all the fucking people in there with me like have oops babies because they fucking partied too much, or they didn't use protection, and they were so fucking mad against fucking as many people as possible that they didn't fucking have a clue. Oops baby, oops baby, oops baby. Or they needed something to love, so they had fucking a baby because they were so fucking lonely and they just wanted to love something because they didn't feel love. They couldn't feel love. Or they couldn't feel anything, so they just fucking decided to have a baby and shit. God damn it, man. Be fucking smart with this shit, dude. You're gonna fuck up an individual's life, and they're gonna turn around and fuck up your life. Like I fucked up my mom's life, man. I fucked up her so bad, dude. I told my mom one day that I was gonna fucking kill her and kill my sister, and she fucking slapped me in the face, and she started fucking bawling. She started breaking down, crying, and saying like, why are you doing this to me? After she fucking slapped me in the face, she like dropped to her fucking knees bawling, and like I spat at her, and I was like, good motherfucker. I said that to my mom. I was like 24 years old. What the fuck? So if you're thinking about having a fucking kid and you're mentally ill, or you haven't healed your trauma yet, or your abuse yet, think about that fucking shit, because you're going to fucking have a baby that's gonna be a nightmare for you, and it's gonna fucking abuse you because it don't like you, because you fucking had a baby. And they fucking hate life, so they're gonna turn around, they're gonna fucking kill you. Emotionally, mentally, any way they can, because they fucking hate you for having them. That's some sick ass shit. But that shit is gonna happen. Or they're gonna be so fucking scared of you that they're just gonna cower and be frightened of you for your whole fucking life. Or they're gonna cower and then one day they're just gonna blow up on you out of anger. Or they're gonna have a baby at the age of 14, 15, 16. And then you're gonna have to fucking raise it. You're gonna have to be like one of those like fucking like grandmoms that fucking has to raise a 2-year-old when your daughter's 17 or when your son's 17. And you're gonna fucking complain and bitch all the time and yell at your fucking kid because they had a fucking baby when they were 17 and 16 and they weren't using protection. And now you're fucking 56 and you're raising a fucking 2-year-old and you gotta be a mom all over again because you fucked up the first time. So fuck you, man. So if you're thinking about having a fucking kid and you're fucking mentally ill, borderline personality disorder, or if you haven't healed your fucking trauma and abuse yet, stop, put on the fucking brakes, because you're about to ruin your whole fucking life until you're fucking 75. Your life is fucked pretty much if you don't put on the fucking brakes first. And if it's an oops baby, do some fucking research and heal yourself immediately by watching like fucking psychology YouTube or spirituality YouTube, whatever the fuck you gotta do, or even read my fucking book. Read my book first. That'll make you not want to have a fucking kid. Yeah, I guarantee you this, motherfucker. If you're mentally ill, borderline, or you have fucking trauma, or abuse that you haven't fucking, or shame that you haven't fucking like tackled yet and healed from yet, if you read my fucking book, you'll be like, yo man, maybe I should never have a fucking kid. because it's just journal entries from how much of a fucked up life I have. So don't be a fucking ninja monkey hater on my mom, alright? And don't fuck up. Later.